A todos los seguidores de Safety Ya, tenemos el placer de contar con Charles Corrie, uno de los expertos a nivel mundial en ISO 45001. Welcome to Safety Ya, Charles.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. Okay, health and safety is changing. Traditionally, it was about identifying hazards and then doing risk assessments on those hazards and then putting controls in place to manage those hazards. An example would be if you had some dangerous chemicals, there are rules about how those chemicals should be handled, and you would put procedures in place to ensure the safe handling of those chemicals. Okay, that was the traditional way. Now with modern health and safety, we look at how they are, all these different hazards and the risks are managed together in a systematic way by a health and safety management system. So for young people, the first thing you have to learn is about the specific hazards and the controls required for specific hazard types. And I'm sure that your national regulatory body has a lot of advice on the regulations it produces for such hazards. The second thing you need to learn about is about good management practices. How do you motivate people to think, to work safely in their work environments? This is about motivation. This is about creating a good culture in your organization. But the third thing I would say to young people is that technology is changing very fast. What about nanotechnology? We don't even know the risks that nanotechnologies pose to life and to health and safety. You will be growing up in a world where these risks are real. So there is lots of opportunities for new research into health and safety if that is the direction you want to go in. So these three areas are what I would recommend to people. Learn the basics about well-established health and safety control practices. Learn about management systems, because we are looking more and more at the way companies manage health and safety. And then think about these new challenges that are coming because of new technologies. Thank you. Okay. Really it's about knowledge, and it's about engaging with the different associations. The Consejo Colombiano de Seguridad is an excellent organization. Come to these kind of associations, become a member. If these organizations have professional examinations, take the examinations. This demonstrates you have a certain knowledge. That gives you the foundational level. You then need to engage worldwide with the other experts from different countries to find out what they are doing for best practices. And you can do that by joining, for example, with Econtech. You have a national committee for health and safety. How can you become a member of Econtech to learn about the information they are receiving from ISO and the rest of the world on the latest management practices for health and safety? Also, by joining with the likes of Econtech, you will be engaged in the development in the future of new ISO standards and potentially the future revision of ISO 45001. And it is through that mechanism that you will gain the knowledge to become a worldwide expert. Okay?
Okay, thank you. And the last question.
I have to challenge your presumption that it is Plan, Do, Check, Act. Yes, Plan, Do, Check, Act is included within the standard, but there are two other aspects. The first is, if you compare to previous standards, which talked about procedures and documented procedures a lot, now we talk about processes. We say, what are the processes you use in the organization? How do those processes interact with each other? So that's one change. The second is we talk about risk. What is the risk that you will not manage those processes correctly? So we're talking about not just the health and safety risk associated with hazards, but we're talking about the risk that your management is not sufficient. So we have risk management, process management, and the plan, do, check, act management. So this has been a huge step forward for the ISO 45001 compared to the previous OSHAS 18001, which really just focused on plan, do, check, act. Okay.
Thank you very much. Welcome to Colombia.
Thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure to be here. Really. Thank you very much.
Si te ha gustado este video, dale me gusta y déjame un comentario. Y no olvides suscribirte al canal de Safety Ya y hacer clic en la campanita para enterarte de la publicación de un nuevo video.